Alright, I fast 37 hours in honor of Polish Idol winner Alicja Janosz. She turned 37 years old yesterday, and so I fast 37. It's been a while, at least a month, since I've gone on a long fast like that. I first noticed her on World Idol. Kelly Clarkson had competed against idols from all around the world in 2003. And I voted for Polish Idol, Alicja Janosz. I voted for her dozens of times that night, if I remember correctly. I wasn't sure if they would count your vote if you voted from the same phone line. So my family and I lived in Murraysville, and at the time I had just started having a healthier lifestyle, and so I went out for a walk. I walked into downtown Murraysville, and back then payphones were still very popular. I knew our middle school, our junior high in Murraysville had a bank of payphones, about 5 or 6 of them, and I picked up each one and I called one time. I went to, there was a grocery store with a bank of 2 or 3 payphones, and I also called each time. And when that didn't satisfy me, I went house to house knocking on the door asking if I could borrow the phone. This was back in 2003 when people were more trusting of each other. Today that might not work so well. And when people found out I was voting, and then they found out who I was voting for, everybody laughed at me. This was 2003, when it was still a little bit popular to be a little bit racist, right? My family used to have trouble with me wanting to associate with anybody who wasn't Asian, right? Especially when I was dating anybody who wasn't Asian. I think they have gotten over that. I have since dated Americans and, well, I guess Alicja Janosz's distant cousins. Haven't had a problem with that. They do have a problem with a different kind of relationship, though. I'll let you pause the video to think about what kind of relationship my parents have a big problem with. Well, I'm not sure about LGBTQ. I tend not to get... I've had close male friends before. I wouldn't say I was sexually involved with them. They have a problem with me having a romantic relationship with myself. An autosexual or autoromantic, solosexual... They have problems with that. I don't know what the difference between those words are. There's slight differences between autosexual and solosexual. I gotta find that out. But whatever it is, they have a big problem with that. So I moved to Phoenix, Arizona for a number of months last year, and I really felt a great sense of romance toward myself. I had several favorite hangouts. I loved the Desert Botanical Garden. I came up with so many interesting ideas while I was there. I'm an adjunct professor, and I come up with various teaching plans while I'm out by myself like that. But during the whole time there, every time I would call my parents back home, they were telling me about how they were worried about me and how I need to grow up and get married and have kids. And I am happily married. I don't know about the kids. I might adopt kids at some point. But they need to understand I am happily married. It's not an alternative. It is what it is, right? And, okay, back to the story about the fasting. I'm hoping if I rapidly lose weight again, like how I did last month, I'll get my parents to get concerned. Because when they were concerned for me, Andrew, what happened to you? I look at your YouTube videos and you've lost 20 pounds. That gets the ball rolling. They stop complaining about the racism or the sexism, and we could finally have a heart-to-heart about what matters to me, right? Similarly at work, when my boss was concerned for me, actually, when he saw me lose weight like that, he probably thought I might have had, well, an infectious disease, right? And that's probably what generated the concern. But he stopped the racism and the sexism and all that, right? At least temporarily put it on pause. And now we can talk about my well-being. And wow, yeah, I've been very stressed. How's the schedule like? I like to find out when I can take a vacation, right? That can finally come out, right? Otherwise, it's always going to be about, oh my God, you're going out by yourself again and all that. Well, he doesn't use those words, but you get the idea, right? So I'll have to think about if I want to continue this hunger strike. It's a very appropriate hunger strike, the time of the year for a hunger strike, because, well, it revolves around the birthday of somebody my parents didn't approve 20 years ago, and also the weather is very nice as well, right? And June's a very lucky month for me. It's also Pride Month. Alright, thanks for watching.